Hey guys, Mr. T here. This is another video. This one is on linear equations problems. So algebra is most useful when you can use it to solve problems that are not necessarily written in a mathematical form. So in other words, worded situations. You can pretty much convert any situation in real life into a mathematical problem if you can do these steps. So to solve worded problems, 1. Identify the unknown that you want to find and assign it a variable. Pretty much x is fine. 2. Translate the problem into an equation. The unknown has to be expressed in terms of the things that you do know from the question situation. This is the hardest part of this. So the example is going to, following along with the example is going to try and help you most with part 2. Then step 3 is to solve the equation. We've practiced that with mathematical problems written out already. 4. Check the solution. And 5. Answer in sentence form. So one example here, the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 108. Find the smallest integer. So to help you out with step 2, it's often good to look at the sentence and indicate what the knowns and unknowns are. Find the smallest integer. You are being asked to find the smallest integer. So it's telling you what the unknown is. The smallest integer, let that be x. I'm going to find the smallest integer. What information does the question tell me? The sum. Sum means addition. So keep that in mind. The sum of 3. So we know there's 3 things involved. 3 consecutive integers. An integer is a whole number. Consecutive means one after the other. There's 3 of them. And we know that the sum is 108. So these are our known facts. I'll put a star above them. So if my smallest integer is x, and I've got 3 consecutive integers, so 3 whole numbers one after the other, well, let's say my smallest integer was 1. What's the next consecutive integer? 2. Okay, what's the next integer after that? 3. How could I express those 3 integers in terms of a variable? Well, if 1 was x, for example, well, 2 would be x plus 1, and 3 would be x plus 2. Okay, so we can apply that same theory here. If my smallest integer is a number, x, well, and I'm summing these integers together, I've got the smallest integer, which is x, smallest. The second number is x, add 1 because it's consecutive, and I'm adding the third number, which is consecutive from the second one, which is x plus 2, and we know that they add up to 108. I have converted all of the known information into a linear equation, because none of these are to the power of anything other than 1, that I can solve. Okay, so I've got x. There's no number outside of these brackets, so I can remove them basically willy-nilly. So x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 108. I need to collect like terms. How many x's do I have on the left side? 1, 2, 3. 3x plus. What numbers do I have? 1 and 2 plus 3 is equal to 108. Okay, so I'm pretty much almost there. I need to get rid of the positive 3. What's the opposite of adding 3? Taking 3. What do I need to do to keep both sides balanced? I need to take 3 on both sides. 3x plus 3 take 3 is 0, so all I've got left is 3x on one side. 108 take 3 is 105. What is 3 doing to x? It's timesing. What's the opposite of timesing by 3? Dividing by 3. It's balanced there. So 3 is going to 3 once, so you've got x left on one side. 105 divided by 3. How many times does 3 go into 10? So I'll go to this side. 105, 3. 3 goes into 10. 3 times, I've got 1 remainder, 5. So x is equal to 35. Okay, that's my solution. Now, I can't just say that that's the answer. I've still got steps 4 and 5. I need to check that the solution satisfies. So does it satisfy? If my smallest integer is 35, the next one is 36, the next one is 37. did they add up to 108? So on the calculator, actually I can do it just in my head. 30 plus 30 plus 30, 90, plus 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 7, 18. 90 plus 18 is 108. That's correct. So the last step is to answer in sentence form. Therefore, so use the symbols. The smallest integer is 35 if 3 consecutive integers add up to 108. So I'm referring back to the original question and the original knowns and unknowns. So I'm telling you the smallest integer is 35 if these consecutive integers add up to 108. Alright, so hopefully that helps you out with linear equation problems. Obviously get trickier and trickier, but I'm not going to show you how to work out all of them. You need to apply this knowledge to ever more difficult situations. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, and I will see you in the next video.